Hey everyone, I'm Radio Matt. And in 2018, myself, my ministry partner Mo, and a handful of amazing donors launched Back Row Radio. This was our first sticker to advertise the radio station. Back Row Radio was born out of the Back Row Baptist podcast. From the first few episodes, we had reached out to independent Christian artists to feature their music as segment breaks. We were sent hundreds of amazing tracks. After a couple of years, we looked into starting a radio station to feature these indie artists alongside some of the best Christian rock, rap, and pop music that rarely gets airplay on mainstream Christian radio stations. Both my father and my grandfather owned radio stations. When I was younger, I learned how to do nearly every job in the radio business. The radio bug has always been in my blood. And so, the Back Row Baptist podcast became the Back Row Morning Show, and went from a once-a-week show to a 4-day-a-week show. On Fridays, we featured shows from some friends of ours, the final edition being Church Nerds, with Bubba and Anna Stolkup. Some of you might not have known that Church Nerds was created specifically as a joint ministry effort between Back Row Radio and Love Thy Nerd. In October of 2020, at the online LTN Con that year, Back Row Radio was officially folded into Love Thy Nerd and rebranded LTN Radio. Mo and I continued our morning show until well over 500 episodes. The LTN Podcast Network was featured on the station with episodes playing on LTN Radio first before going to podcast platforms, and we were continuing to grow our music library all the while. Soon, we had grown popular enough that we were even able to launch the LTN Radio app. We even began a tradition every year for a dedicated Christmas channel in November and December to play Christian rock, rap, pop, and indie Christmas music that almost never gets mainstream play. It's been over 7 years since we first launched this radio station, and over 4 years since we relaunched with Love Thy Nerd. And in that time, a lot has changed. The Back Row Morning Show came to an end in 2023. All of our podcasts transitioned from audio only to video first shows on YouTube. And the indie artists we were doing our best to get out there are doing much better on Spotify now than they used to be able to. Add to that the rise of a handful of other radio stations similar to ours popping up over the last few years, many of which using the same platform that we have used this whole time, Live 365. We feel like we've served our purpose in the current form. So earlier this year, we made the decision that it was time to change tactics. Instead of trying to compete with Spotify, it's now time for us to use this tool in a way much bigger than any other group is doing, with the launch of LTN Radio Spotify playlists. Now, officially, the playlists launch on January 1st, the same day that LTN Radio will go off the air. But today, we're launching the LTN Radio Christmas channel just like we have the last few years, but we're launching on Spotify instead. In fact, we're launching 6 Christmas playlists. First is the Christmas Alternative Radio Mix. This is the playlist of nearly every rock, rap, pop, and indie track that we had playing on the LTN Radio Christmas channel every year. We're also launching the Christmas Contemporary Radio Mix, with the kind of Christian Christmas music you'd find from mainstream stations, but curated by us. You want a mix of both of these playlists? The Ultimate Christmas Radio Mix is the place for you. Want to hear the newest Christian music from Christian artists? Christian Christmas 2025 is a smaller playlist that will be updated all season as new Christmas songs are released. If you prefer a more traditional Christmas mix, we have our Christmas Hymns playlist for all your old school ears. And lastly, chill Christmas vibes await you in the Lo-Fi Christmas Radio Mix. Whatever you feel like listening to, or for whatever Christmas occasion you need music for, LTN Radio has you covered. Then, on January 1st, we will begin the rollout of the rest of our massive playlist collection. First of all, we will be launching the Ultimate Christian Radio Mix. This is the mix closest to our current radio station playlist, featuring the best Christian rock, rap, pop, and indie, from the 90s to now. We will also feature dedicated playlists for Christian alternative, Christian rap and hip hop, Christian rock, and Christian indie, all going live January 1st. Replacing our Sunday morning worship hour on the station is our massive praise and worship radio mix. And for those of you who loved our Thursday night loud music block, we are releasing the Christian hard rock and heavy metal radio mix as well. Finally, the last playlist we're releasing on January 1st is for those of you who enjoy the mainstream Christian radio stations. We are launching our Christian adult contemporary radio mix, again, curated by us. Why are we calling these radio mixes, you might ask? Well, because these things are massive, between several hundred and several thousand tracks, personally curated by us in each one. They're designed for you to hit shuffle and then let them play like they were their own radio stations. But that's not all. In fact, those 8 playlists will only be the beginning. Every day in January, we will release 2 more playlists. I won't go over each one of them here, but you can go find the complete list right now at lovethynerd.com/radio, including what day they will go live. But I will quickly share that while some of them will be more specific genre radio mixes, we also have different kinds of playlists on the way. We will have 7 Fresh 100 playlists, each featuring the latest 100 tracks added to that specific genre's playlist, so you can specifically keep track of the newest Christian music. Fans of our Saturday morning mixtape of the 90s and 2000s Christian hits will find that specific playlist, as well as dedicated playlists for the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s, and even an oldies playlist of Christian music from the 40s through the 80s. We'll be launching 10 mood mixes, slightly smaller playlists that feature music specific to how you feel or want to feel, including a gym adrenaline mix, a chill mix, a love songs mix, a sleep mix, and many more. Of course, we aren't leaving the kids out. Across January, you will see a youth group radio mix, a kids radio mix, and even a radio mix for toddlers. We'll be keeping track of the top 25 hits in the Hot AC Christian charts and the Christian rock charts too. Toward the middle of the month, we will begin rolling out 20 artist spotlight playlists, where we take a specific band or artist and do a deep dive for the best music from all across their career, including hidden gems, deep cuts, features, covers, and a lot more. Finally, on January 31st, we will release 41 best of playlists for every year between 1985 and 2025. You pick the year and we will give you the top 25 Christian songs of that year. My Music Hunter volunteers and I have been working on these for months and continue to update them every weekend to make sure that they are up to date when they go live. We are excited. We cannot wait for you to experience our hard work. Now, you might be newer to Spotify and you aren't sure how the process works. Well, first of all, you do not need a paid account to listen to these playlists. Simply click into them and push play. They will automatically shuffle, like we recommend anyway, and you will get an occasional ad from Spotify, but not from us. However, if you have a premium account, you get a few more features. Of course, no ads, but you can also arrange the playlists by artist, song name, etc., and listen in any order that you want. One other benefit to Spotify that you don't have on the radio station is that if you come across a song you just don't care for, you can simply click these 3 dots and select Hide Song. The song will then have a little hidden symbol next to it and won't play for you in this playlist again unless you unhide it. In a way, we are putting it into 1, sometimes 2 radio stations and launching over 100 in its place. As I said, we hope to have something for everybody and to have the most comprehensive collection of regularly updated Christian music playlists on Spotify, because we wouldn't be nerds if we didn't hyperfixate on a collection. Thanks for joining me. Visit lovethynerd.com/radio right now to find links to those 6 Christmas playlists that are already live and to see what we have coming in January. Jesus loves you, nerds. Rock on.